Welcome to Men Pushing 60, the podcast. We are a community of men born in the 1960s and 70s. Whether you're approaching 60 or you are already there, this show is for you. Here we talk about where we've been, what we're doing now, and what we're building for the years ahead. The wins, the lessons, the challenges, and the opportunities. We bring honesty, purpose, and humor to every conversation. Whatever version of 60 you are pushing, you belong here. We're glad you're with us. Welcome. Good evening, gentlemen. Welcome.
Hello.
Welcome to another episode of Men Pushing 60. Tonight we're going to talk about food. This is going to be a great conversation. I feel like all of the other podcasts we have talked about food in little pieces. So I think this is going to be a good conversation. So I always open with, if you are a man pushing to the age of 60 or you are already 60 and pushing that 60-year-old rock up that hill and you're looking for familiar stories, this podcast is for you. Welcome. We're glad that you're here. So food, let's talk about it. You know, I love food. I've anointed myself a foodie. I've learned from my mother, my grandmother. I love to cook. I love everything to do about it. I wake up in the morning and one of the first things I think about is what the hell am I going to make that day? Seriously, it's kind of a problem, but I like to do it. So I smoke meat. I make fresh pasta. I do all kinds of crazy stuff. If it's something I like to eat, I learn how to make it, which is just how I am, and I draw the line at a couple things. But most of the stuff I do, I make. We'll talk today about how disgusted I am about the bread industry and how I make a lot of breads and different things. I do not make sourdough. That is a fraud. I do not want to keep the sourdough starter goldfish alive on my counter for any time longer than necessary. That is ridiculous. I have done it. I will not do it. Somebody
it's like
asked
having
me,
a child, right? You got to take care of it every day.
It's just
feed it, diaper it.
It's not. Like, oh, it's so good for your gut. Whatever. And just, I do make a lot of, somebody asked me once, do you make bread? And I went to my phone and searched bread, and I think 157 pictures come up. So yes, I cook a lot. I cook a lot of bread. I've made a lot of food, blah, blah, blah. So have we all. But, so today we're going to talk about the evolution. What's the opposite of evolution? Devolving?
Devolution.
Devolution of food in society for us. And maybe just better choices that we are making as men pushing 60 and in our 60s. I did a diet once, this Whole30 diet. Shout out to the Whole30 people, 6 or 7 years ago. And I started reading more labels. It's this diet where there's no preservatives, no sugar, no dairy, no alcohol. It's very limiting. But what it really did for me was make me read labels more. And you realize that everything's got sugar and preservatives in it. It's crazy. So
I bet your vocabulary went way up too with all the melted dextrin and
niacin, riboflavin, antifreeze. What is it? Neoprene? I don't know. Rubber. I don't know what the hell is in these things. So it really did a lot for me.
Chicken
and it
lips.
was, I think that kind of set me on a better path in my life. I cook a lot of eat good food, but just so people know I'm not a hypocrite. Doritos, come on. Those were my jam. Loved those things. I loved me a good Suzy Q growing up. Those things are great. I feel like now, though, I've watched, I think, every single episode of any food show that's been on any streaming service, PBS, whatever. If I can't identify what it is or what it used to be, like a potato chip is a sliced potato. A Cheez-It is a what?
I can only imagine.
Extruded cheese device.
So, I don't want to go too much on this because we all have a lot to say. So if anybody wants to jump in and talk a little bit about their food, or do you guys want me to ask a question first? What do you want to do?
You're driving the bus, baby.
Yeah.
Do it.
If you have to read an ingredient list on food, that may be a bad start right there. I'm not sure. I'm going to sound like we said earlier, we're not going to make it political, like there's a crazy person in the government now, but I think what he's doing is pretty interesting, trying to get you to eat. What the buzzword now is whole foods, not the store, but something that doesn't have an ingredient list. You buy cheese, you might buy some meat, and then you go around the other side and you get some veggies, and then maybe you pick up a couple of spices or oils when you're in the middle of the store, and then you get out of Dodge. If you're buying something that has an ingredient list on it, or you're shopping at that store that you were at on Saturday, Carlo, that whole store is probably a recipe for you to get some type of, I don't know, cancer, GI distress, or anxiety because you're reading some of the labels and its ability to cause reproductive harm, which I never knew you could get from eating food.
Yeah, just I for the listeners, I was in this store and it's definitely not a food store. It's kind of an discount everything store, and I was not there to buy food. I don't know what I was there to buy. I don't even know why I was there, to be honest with you. I'd like me a good discount place every now and then. I sent over a picture of these guys about a loaf of bread that must have had 20. I don't know. I have it in front of me and I can't even read.
It's insane.
It's 20 ingredients. Then on the bottom it says contains wheat, milk, eggs, and soy. Like that. What the other ones? The other ingredients were not enough. And it was bread. I'm like this.
I go to a discount store for screwdrivers and whatnot. I'm with you. Bread, maybe pay up.
Pay full price.
No discount bread. And then the other item. What did it say? I have the picture. May cause reproductive harm. Why are we eating this? Why do people eat this? This is amazing to me. Which is, we talk.
But it may not cause reproductive harm. Is that what you're supposed to?
Just roll the
think
dice.
About the liability conversation like that. So we need to put on the label that you may lose your child.
Yeah.
I love Kevin's
If you're
optimism.
thinking of having kids, do not eat this product. Like that's just crazy to me.
Mark, you reminded me of something I heard a while ago, talking about the grocery store. And the idea is that if you take 80% of your grocery cart has to come from the outside aisles of the store, and only 20% can be on the inside aisles.
Yep.
And that gets you buying fresh, without preservatives. I mean, other than the deli's on the outside.
Yeah. Where's the Advil? Is that on the inside?
Yeah. That's the full 20%.
There's so much to talk about there just in that one statement, Brian, right? The deli, how hard it is to avoid everything. And, it's almost impossible. And it's really, I had this conversation with someone today. I was talking about this and I'm like, do you think you could eat preservative-free everything every day?
No.
At this point in your life,
not in this country.
I think you could.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't have a cracker. Have one cracker.
Diet.
Yeah.
I mean,
prepping for
carnivore
this.
diet is like that.
I had a pickle, and the pickle had preservatives, and I'm like, son of a nutcracker. I'm like, can't I just one thing?
I don't
know.
It's a good question. Is it possible? I mean, I don't even know. Could you do it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
What does that mean? You're eating vegetables and meat?
You can meat. That was my carnivore.
Yeah.
No
crackers, not one cracker.
Never stopping at Dunkin' Donuts and getting a caramel latte.
No.
You ever see the amount of sugar?
Shouldn't be doing that anyway.
Never having some cocktail that has something in it that you didn't know.
There's no preservatives in bourbon.
Yeah, the bitters, though. Let me just check. Hang on.
What's that mystery ingredient? The natural flavors? Did you ever hear
the
that?
Natural graders. Have you seen this?
Other natural flavors.
That's deniable culpability.
Yeah.
Oh, the cultured wheat thing now, they're masking preservatives under a different type of wheat so that you think it's actually wheat, but it's not. It's a preservative that they put in there. It's ridiculous. So let's talk about bread. So for me, if we want to talk about food, white bread out for me. I will never eat that again. I will never ever eat white bread again.
So what do you eat? You eating wheat bread?
No, bread that I make or something, or I'm talking the name brands off the rack Wonder Bread.
Yeah.
I will go to the end of the earth for something. I'll eat no bread before I eat two pieces of lettuce before I eat a piece of that bread again. How
about sourdough? I know you're not making the sourdough starter, but I actually like sourdough. But
I have to read the ingredients. It's from a bakery. Yeah, from a bakery, someplace like that. Yeah, I'll grab a couple of loaves. I'll freeze one. I'll do something like that. But that bread is just. I remember having one. This is kind of what got me down this bread thing when I was doing this diet. There was store-bought English muffins, and they were in the bread drawer. They weren't even in the refrigerator, and I forgot about them or something. I don't know what happened. We went away on vacation or something, whatever it was, and I came back, and they looked exactly the same.
Right next to the Twinkies?
Right next to the Twinkies, which looked exactly the same as well. So Twinkies are Twinkies still in the rotation for you, Kevin?
No, I never liked a Twinkie. And every sense of that word, I don't.
Who thought that was a good mark? Although, it was in the 50s, maybe back then, people were more wholesome. Not like you are now, Kevin.
Right.
All right. So I talked about bread. Give me, what's a hard no for you guys?
I get one for you. And it's funny. I thought of this story, so I looked it up. Pop-Tarts.
Oh,
so first of all, they're stale to begin with, so they're always going to be stale. So they never go bad.
But they're fantastic.
Yeah, but so there's this
Are they?
statistic.
Yes,
No, yeah,
yes,
no,
they were
no.
Pop-Tart crust.
No.
Come on, yeah, okay, they were. Okay, they were
They were.
fantastic.
All right, through data mining, Walmart figured out that when a hurricane is coming into an area, their sales of strawberry Pop-Tarts increases by over 700%.
I love that stat.
It's so freaking crazy.
Fantastic that you know that.
I
Because
just
you
remember
could
hearing
take-
it.
Take that into a bomb shelter with you, and it will
Right.
Yeah,
last
absolutely.
for 20
Right.
years. That is survival food, I guess.
Absolutely.
Or is it
It's
like,
never
hey, if
gonna-
I'm going to go out, I'm going
never
out with
going
a
out
fucking
with a
strawberry
Pop-Tart.
Pop-Tart. Yeah.
And it's not going to unstale itself. It's always stale.
The same
Yeah.
person I talked to today said, "Why? What does it matter what we eat?" They were like, "If we don't have
How
a lot
old of a
years."
person was this?
So he'll be 61 in July.
Oh, okay.
So he's like, if we're going down anyway, what does it matter what we eat? Let's just eat anything we want.
You can go down
I don't-
earlier.
It's more like how, well, right, but it's also more like how it makes you feel when you eat
Right.
it. Like fast food, for all the reasons we've already discussed around what's in it, and then how you feel after you eat it. That's a hard no for me. From our other episode we talked about, I'll hit Chick-fil-A. That's about it. Even that I don't feel great after I eat it. But I'm not eating any fast food. Anything that comes out of a fast food restaurant it's just not going to agree with me. It's not because I don't think it's good for me. It's like I feel like shit after I eat it.
That's
And I think
what
a Pop-Tart
it is.
has this in the same category, quite frankly.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you mentally feel bad because you feel
No,
like some
no.
weird guilt, or just
No.
gastrointestinally?
It just doesn't sit well. Like I don't know, my whole body like has a visceral reaction to
Yeah.
whatever the fuck is in that thing.
I'll admit,
Yeah.
my go-to hangover was 2 cheeseburgers from McDonald's with a large diet fountain soda.
And French fries?
No fries.
What?
20 years ago.
Yeah, I still like their fountain Diet Coke. It's the most incredible.
Oh, there's a whole Diet Coke.
With all the
picture out
mold
there.
on the nozzle, wasn't that you that sent that thing?
Like,
D-
send it in.
Right,
This
that's where the
is
flavor
awesome.
comes from. The
The
mold.
formula is different than any other Diet Coke.
There's a whole Diet Coke nation, McDonald's Diet Coke nation
Yeah.
out there. These people swear by it. I was a Diet Coke drinker until I got some serious gastro distress. And had
I
to
feel
give
like
up
fast
soda.
food is for me like you're a recovering addict, right? You can say like, I haven't had fast food. Hi, my name's Mark, and I haven't had fast food in 2 years. And then you give in, right? In a moment of weakness,
Yeah.
you eat it. And then Kevin, to your point, you pay the price. And then you're like, that's it. I'm off it again. But then it sucks you back in, right? Anything like McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King, even Five Guys. Like every now and then, I mean, maybe it was like, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago now, Chris and I were like, we're going to get Five Guys. Like we'll split a burger. Their fries are so good. Brian, don't go in there. They got peanuts everywhere.
Yeah, you might. Yeah,
But
you can't.
exactly.
We ate it, and it was days to get your gut back in order. I'm like, okay, so we're
Yikes.
off that again. But I know there's going to be a moment of weakness. I'm going to drive by Five Guys. It's going to be nostalgic. I'm going to be overly hungry. Something is going to draw me
Gonna
back
be hungover.
in, and I'm going to have to try to kick it again.
This
So,
was my point earlier, though. Can you do it? Like I feel like societal norms or just society or how we live, I feel like it's impossible to just
Well,
do that
Carl,
100% of the time.
Didn't you say everything in moderation, including moderation?
Including moderation. Oh, I'm not saying for me, I don't want to do that. There's no freaking way I could do that. Zero chance I could do that. Like,
Well,
no.
I would have no problem avoiding fast food just because I know that it's just not something it's like quitting smoking. I would just never go back to it. Like I would never go get fast food. But if you said, hey, could you live preservative free? I'm not sure I could not eat a cracker or not eat a piece of bread that came out of a bag. Like, I'm not making, I'm not the pilgrim that Carlo is making my own bread and butter and fucking churning. I don't know what you're doing over there, but I can't.
Eggs for
I don't
my
have
chickens.
time.
I make a
Although
mean brioche.
I will say I have recently started making my own bagels. Don't ask me why. And
That's
I,
bread.
wow.
I know it
That's
is,
bread.
and they're fucking good, man.
Aren't they?
I'll make like I make about 12 or 18 a batch, and do the whole process, and then I freeze them right away, and then there's 4 ingredients in it. That's it.
But
So I
you
know
could
what's in it.
you could eat 100 of those and you won't have gastro
Yeah.
distress because
No.
there's nothing in them and they're fantastic. And
Plus, I
you
also
have to
don't
eat-
make them like the size of your head. I
Monster,
make them
yeah.
small, so anyway.
So, Kevin,
So
what would your emergency food be then if it wasn't fast food? You never got back. You're in an airport. You were driving down the road. You haven't eaten in days. You're on a long
Yeah.
road trip and you have to eat something. What would it be?
I mean, if it's like fast food kind of stuff,
Yeah.
I mean, it would be I'd stop for a slice of pizza. I would
Yeah.
definitely do a Chick-fil-A, and in a pinch, I will go to Dunkies and get like an egg sandwich kind of a thing if I have to, knowing that it's like the one thing I have a problem with. Like we were talking about this earlier. There's no griddle at Dunkin' Donuts. So I don't know where the fuck that egg got cooked, when it got cooked, or why it's yellow in the middle.
It got cooked 3 weeks ago. What are you talking about? Did it get cooked? It got microwaved.
But there's something about it that hits you just right. So that's about the only fast food I will do if I'm
industrial sausage. I love that. You have to. Sometimes I feel like you have to eat these things to remind yourself not to eat them. Like you're going to the airport.
Sometimes when you're eating them, you're like, oh my god, this thing is fucking great, and then you're like,
the croissant.
Why did I eat that?
Oh my god, it's so.
But you know what I won't do if you're traveling and you go and you'll see the food court at the airport or the mall, wherever you are, and they have the fast food, Chinese or Asian food. That stuff is so bad. I won't touch any of that stuff. I don't know.
Come on, Panda
I love
Express?
Chinese food, but I won't do. No, God, no. Oh my God, no.
That's something it's gone away from me. Chinese food overall, I'm not a fan.
Huh.
That's my jam. If you asked me,
I do like Chinese food.
What would I get? Like if I had to order something out right now, it would be Chinese food. It wouldn't be chicken fingers. It'd be some type of protein, like a beef and broccoli
even the places near us have sushi too.
Carl. Yeah. Sushi and you're talking about, Carl. It's more of a it's got a protein and it's got some vegetables and it's got a sauce. Yeah. That to me is not what I would consider Chinese food. Chinese food.
You're not talking like
the
poo for two.
Yeah.
The poo platter. Poo for two for you.
Yeah. The crab rangoon and the egg roll and the spicy mustard.
The poo platter at the Aku, Carlo.
Just the poo platter at the Aku. So Kevin, you talked about making bagels. So if you had to make something like your dish, and you're like, what would it be? Like as a man pushing 60, and you're thinking, I'm going to make this. I deserve this. I want to make this. It's your wedding anniversary tonight, and you're like, I can make this. I'm going to make this at home. I'm going to stay in and eat. What would you make?
I know what mine is. Mine is, and it's transitioned to the kids there now. Every time they come home, they ask. It's a short rib bolognese. It's a lot of work. You get the short ribs. You got to sear them, and then you got to simmer them, and then you got to take out all the pieces. But that
I call that a Tuesday, Mark. I got.
But that's a meal that, and for me, and maybe for you guys too, like a meal, maybe your anniversary, Kevin, or whatever it is. Like when you get together with certain people, that meal is part of the whole experience, and they always ask for that. So I know that it's something that they enjoy. They probably don't do themselves. They defer to their parents, and we make that. And then you sit around, and there's fresh bread, and there's dipping oil, and there's bottles of red wine and conversation. And the meal is kind of like the glue that holds everybody together because it's comfortable and it's good. And it's something that you don't get, anywhere else. You're not going to get that when you go out. You can get bolognese. Like one of my kids' significant other is now on a mission to find a good short rib bolognese. And to this point, he's like, Mr. B, you still got it. Like I cannot find one. I get it, but it's just...
So it's funny, Mark, just like you, we have a meal with the kids. Every time the kids are up, for Christmas, we have what we call the red pepper scallop. So it's basically a recipe I got from it was a fresh pasta book that I saw. And it's basically like a cup of olive oil, 6 red peppers, a whole thing of garlic, the whole head of garlic, a whole can of anchovies. You get that going, and then you do scallops. You brown scallops in it, and you do fresh pasta. You mix it together, green onions. It is freaking fantastic.
Sounds great.
I'm going to guess what Kevin says.
Go ahead.
Filet.
You know me so well. I have been working on my filet mignon recipe to the point where I've got it dialed in, and I am generally disappointed in a steak I get at a restaurant, even if it's a really, really nice restaurant. I've got it. I'm not doing the sous vide. Brian and I have talked about the sous vide method. I'm not there, but
sous vide is awesome.
I know, but I'm not quite there, but I've got this thing dialed in, and it is. But I will say, you need the right cut of steak. Yes. If I'm not, I have a butcher that serves, that sells prime cut meat, and that makes a huge difference. And then I think what I do to it is adequate. But if I did the same thing with a lesser cut of meat, I think it would be a lesser meal. But yeah, I'm dialed in on a giant freaking delicious filet.
I mean, and this, I think you made the problem that once you start eating well at home, I think everything else, you start comparing it to all this stuff. Like, why would I eat that? Like, why would I go out and have that? Like, you'd have to drag me kicking and screaming to Olive Garden. Yeah. It would have to be the only place remaining after a nuclear disaster, right? That I could eat at. I would never do that. So anyways, one thing I wrote down here was like situational food, right? So what is I think for me, hot dogs are a situational food. Like, I don't cook hot dogs on purpose. I was traveling a little bit today, and I used the 8-pack of hot dogs in the freezer as an ice pack. And I didn't. I think it has a really good use. If you haven't ever tried this, using your hot dogs as an ice pack works great. But we talk about it. We're going to eat this. I eat that. I eat good. I'm not going to eat this or that. But throw a hot dog in front of me at a Red Sox game or at the turn on the golf course. I'm all in. I am
at the turn
100%.
at like 10 o'clock. You off at 7, and at 9:30, you're taking 2 glizzies at the turn. You're like, well, it's lunchtime.
2
Hey,
glizzies.
what's a glizzy?
That's a hot dog. You never heard that?
No.
Yeah, that's the name for it.
I think everywhere outside of New England, a hot dog is known as a glizzy.
Yeah,
Really?
For sure. Yeah. You never heard that?
I need to get out more.
Yeah, you really did.
So that's definitely situational food. The sausage and peppers outside of Fenway Park.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
definitely
just the
situational.
smell alone.
Yeah, that's how they get you. They're grilling those peppers and onions, and like, what are the chances you're walking past that thing? 0.
I don't know if you guys think what else is there like that. I'm trying to
Roast
think
beef
that.
sandwich from a really good North Shore roast
North
beef.
Shore
Roast beef
beef?
three-way. Roast beef three-way. Hello,
You can't
anybody?
help but drive. You drive past that place, and you just have to go in. I remember my dad was in like a hospice place, whatever. I just kept driving by this place, and it's just like the car just drove itself like off the road into the
magnet.
thing. It's just
For
wheels started
edification, anybody who's not from the area we're
Yes.
from in New England, the North Shore of Massachusetts, there's something called a roast beef 2-way and a roast beef 3-way, and it really just means sauce, cheese, and mayo, or just sauce and cheese, like that
But it's
2-way.
particular sauce too.
Yes, barbecue sauce,
James River.
James
barbecue.
River.
James River barbecue sauce.
and it's delicious. Get one if you haven't. That's a
fantastic.
situational. You can't drive past a friggin' roast beef place and not get one. I don't care
Oh, it's
who you are.
fantastic. It's just so good. It is so good.
Do you go onion roll or no onion roll?
I like
The place
onion
I
roll.
go to, the size that I want they sell it's like the super beef comes on an
Super
onion
beef.
roll, and that is the magic. That is, without the onion roll, I don't know. It tastes different. It's better with the onion roll.
Yeah.
Kevin nailed
agree.
it. That's usually how they get you. Depending on the size, like it could be a hamburger bun, could be like a bulky, and then if you get the super
the
duper,
onion
it's on
roll.
an onion roll. So they bait you in to get the super duper if you want the onion roll. You can't get like the
Good.
junior beef.
Right. It's like a hamburger roll, and that doesn't do it. You need
And
the.
if you say super duper, they throw you out.
I think they throat punch you and then throw you.
They're
out.
like, this kid's from the South Shore. Get him out of here.
But while we're
because
talking about,
Because
go
there's
ahead.
so much competition. It's like
Yeah.
going to the North End in Boston. You're not going to get a bad meal. If you're looking for a roast beef, it's unlikely that you're going to get a bad one because if you're in the game, you got to be all in. Like they are taking it serious. They're putting a giant mound of meat. Maybe they'll griddle the bun. Maybe they won't. Maybe
Oh,
it'll
it's
be
messy.
some. Carlo mentioned the
Buttermine
word
muffin.
brioche, which I can't believe I just said. You know, the roll, the beef, the condiments, like it's all together, and they've got to be in to compete. In it to win it is what Guy Fieri would say.
Yeah. So while we're talking about really good meat products, we talked steaks, roast beef sandwiches. My son just got back from South Carolina. He couldn't stop talking about barbecue. And so I would say we don't have it really up here. Like we want to talk about regional foods. I'm not sure most people would put roast beef together with New England, but we have a oddly weird affiliation with roast beef sandwiches up here. We're known for seafood, but the one thing that if I'm traveling, and Carlo, to your point, situational foods, if I'm in the South, 2 things I can't pass by are really good barbecue and biscuits. I would eat a friggin' buttermilk biscuit. Oh my good God. I could eat them all day. I could live on biscuits.
Barbecue is life changing,
But you can't get them up here, either of those things.
Southern
There's
barbecue,
some
or
barbecue, it's just not as good.
how deep you want to go, but the Tennessee area, whatever. You spend some time down there. And I remember it was 30, 40 years ago when I had that for the first time. I believe it was at the Interstate, if that place is still around. And it was a great little like ex-gas station, bars on the window or something. It was fantastic. And you're like, it was life changing for me. I've been smoking meat ever since. I've making a pork butt out on my grill. I love that. I love the planning of that. I love the smell. I love all of that. And I love the product that comes out of that and making your own barbecue sauce. But it's nothing like having it there made for you. It's life changing. It is unbelievable.
But there's some differences too, though. Like the Eastern Carolina barbecue is more of that clear vinegar.
Dry rub, the wet sauce. Like there's all kinds of different.
And then you go like to Black's down in Austin, and that's just, meat on meat. Like it is so freaking good.
Texas. I have the Franklin barbecue book. I've read the book. I watch all that stuff. He's awesome. Those been there. Those places are great.
Kyle, what was
good
those
barbecue? Come on now.
What was those beef ribs you just made recently?
I like making pastrami's. I like brining pastrami, and I brine them for a week in this recipe I got on, and then I brined beef ribs and made pastrami beef ribs.
Unbelievable.
Brian, they were fantastic. They were so great. I don't know where I saw it, but I bought some beef ribs, and so I was like, I'm gonna brine these. And I had a small brisket, and I made both together. They were really good.
Carlo's like a culinary evil genius.
Right?
He's like he's like concocting things in his laboratory, and they all come out maximum deliciousness.
It's a blessing and a curse, Steve, because you're trying to make stuff. Smoking meat in your backyard's hard. Like if you got the smoker out there, and you're smoking out the neighborhood, especially if you live rooftop to rooftop, you're smoking out the neighborhood. You're just
but do you really like your neighbors to start with?
No,
there you go.
I just offer them meat once in a while, and they
have meat.
They leave me alone. I have a couple other questions here. Kraft macaroni and cheese in a box. Would you eat it?
My son made it the other night. I had to have some. Yes.
So how about this? Did you ever eat ham steaks with crap macaroni and cheese? I said crap. Hot dogs, yeah.
Hot dogs.
It was ham steaks.
Hot dogs, absolutely.
Hot dogs and mac and cheese.
Yep. That'd be
ham
like
steaks and that mac and
that
cheese.
culinary conundrum.
My mom was
make homemade
a
mac
whiz.
and cheese. I make homemade mac and cheese with bacon and hot dogs.
Chef Boyardee had nothing on my mom.
It's so good.
How about
you make your own pasta? You make your own mac? What are you doing?
I have made the pasta. I have made my own pasta, but for mac and cheese, it's elbows
for sure.
I buy a good elbow. So what I have,
I like a good elbow.
I like a good elbow. You were talking about fast food. For me, chicken nuggets are out. I will never eat a chicken nugget again.
Yeah.
You cannot make me. You cannot tie me down and pump one down my throat. I will just do anything to not. It is just not even food.
Not even sure how much chicken is even in the chicken nugget these days.
40%.
40%.
Some of the fast
Somebody
food
said
chicken nuggets. 40%.
And we eat this. What is it like?
The rest is
If
filler,
somebody offered you a plate
binder.
and said, "Here, only this 40% of this is food," like what? Would
If you
eat
could
it?
find the 40%, you'd be in great
You'd have to
shape.
tell me what the other 60 is, I guess.
Yeah.
I would be like,
So we
Am I going to have reproductive failure? Or
Yes, you may have reproductive failure. But what is your guilty pleasure? Like we talked a little bit about this. I mean, if you had, you're a couple deep and somebody takes you to the supermarket and you're like, you walk by that aisle and you have to pick up that, what are you picking up?
my problem is I got so many dietary issues going on. It's steak.
you picking up a steak raw? I'll leave.
For me, it would be a bag of Doritos. They're horrible for me, but maybe the Cool Ranch ones, because Cool Ranch is not a flavor, but the
I don't know.
gravitational pull.
There's the salty snacks and there's the sweet, and I think I might grab like some cookies or something. I don't know if the salty snacks like the potato chips. Yeah, they're fine. I'm more of a sweet guy. I always have been. I know you guys think I'm very sweet. I get that. But
I saw this. I picked up these cookies the other day in the supermarket, and it said baked in house, and they were still warm. I'm like, oh, these have to be good. So I just picked up the bag.
Yeah,
and I took them home with me. And then I read the back. And I was like, seriously, it was, I didn't, if you've ever made cookies at any point in your life, you know what's in them. And this stuff was not, did
it came in a glob and then they
They were cooked in the store.
Cooked in the store, but
they
cooked
were
in-house, not made in-house.
You bought a big 5-gallon bucket of mixed shit.
You can't
The
get
batter
away
was
from
made
it.
in a nuclear waste facility, but they cooked it in the store.
Yeah.
So this is not a food, but I'm going to ask you guys this. Energy drinks. Have you ever had an energy drink, or do you drink energy drinks?
I do like a Red Bull every once in a while.
Does coffee count as an energy drink?
Coffee is coffee. Coffee is
Kevin's old school.
nectar of the gods. Coffee is the necessity of life. We'll keep coffee out of any of these conversations unless you're adding like caramel to it.
Kevin, let's go back to the ingredient list. What's in your coffee? Coffee, water, right? Two ingredients.
Yeah,
Caramel
coffee,
for you.
water. No,
Almond milk. Are you
Nothing.
polluting it? For me, it's black.
it's weird. I think it was actually you, Carl, that told me that you were trying to get off sugar. You cut all sugar out of you and you stopped putting sugar in your coffee. This was years ago, and so I said, that's a good idea. So I did the same thing. Like I like, again, if we're in New England, iced coffee is a year-round drink, right? So I will drink iced coffee all the time. But if I can't get an iced coffee, I can drink black 100% of the time. I don't care if it's from wherever, Starbucks, Dunkies, make it myself. Hot coffee, I cannot drink black. I have not been able to get over the hump. So I need a little bit of sugar. I need a little bit of milk or cream or whatever. It's just one of those things. But I drink typically 3 things: coffee, water, and bourbon. And I rarely deviate from that list. I'm not kidding you. That's all I take in.
And orange juice. That's what I drink.
Occasionally I'll have some vodka, but still, I cannot drink anything carbonated anymore except maybe a Guinness. And that I think is in my heritage / DNA. It's something deep in my
Yep.
I think my
recesses in
guilty
my body.
pleasure is grabbing a fridge cig out of the rack.
Diet Coke.
A what?
Diet Coke.
Fridge
Fridge cig.
cig. Diet Coke.
Oh, Diet Coke.
Refrigerated cigarette.
So back to the energy drink.
No. No.
Energy drinks. Mark, had you?
I mean, I've had them, but I would not. I don't know
Yeah.
that I
I
would
can't.
seek one out. It's like if you
I
need a
just-
little pick me up, maybe I'd have like a Celsius or a Liquid Death or something. But Red Bull to me is no. I don't
I've
like
had
that.
one sip of one in my life ever
Yeah.
of a Red
Really?
Bull, and I tasted this,
like
and
them.
I was like, "What the f is this?"
I
Like
know.
it
Taurine.
tasted to me
I think it's the taurine.
like chemicals.
Yep.
It was just
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
bad. I'm like,
So if
I
I'm
could
driving
not.
10 to 14 hours, my first gas station stop, I'm getting a Red Bull to keep me going.
I'm on an IV coffee drip if that's me. I mean, that's what every day it's some. I make 6 or 8 cups. I have one right here. What time is it? 7:00 at night. I don't know. Whatever the hell it is.
You having a
I drink
coffee now?
I drink coffee all the time.
Well, that's a whole subject right there. Like, I have to stop drinking coffee at a certain time, or like how many of us are up all
Well,
night? if
that's
you-
I'm with
food.
Kevin.
Yes, we can talk about that. That's food. The coffee drinking. What time do you have to stop your coffee? Noon?
Yeah, for me it'd be like noon, early afternoon. But then you also have the bonus of being a 60-year-old man and our enlarging prostates that you also have to stop drinking, like just period, at a certain point. Otherwise, and never mind the booze. If you're drinking, it's going to just be a constant death march to the bathroom all night. But I have to
Mark's
start, like,
prescribed
I was gonna say,
more,
bring
more
you
than,
up,
more
Mark,
than
in
a
the
few
morning.
times on these calls.
Mark, you can't.
He's got a prostate issue. How big is it now?
It was a grapefruit before. Now it's like a cantaloupe, I think.
It's the
It's a
size of a beach
basketball.
ball. It's killing me.
have I mentioned the prostate before?
Yes.
Have I? I'm
We are,
sorry.
we
Let
are
me
men
count the
pushing
ways.
60. Yeah, men pushing 60. So you
I'm
talked
just
about
messing with you,
I was
dude.
just trying to calibrate, Brian.
Yeah, there you go.
you talked about iced coffee, Kevin. I'm going to take the iced thing a little
Yeah.
one step
Ice
further.
baby.
Right?
Yeah, go.
Ice cream, right? So
Yeah.
we are in New England, and don't have, like Brian had the stats before. I don't have them in front of me, but there is some stat out there that we consume more ice cream per
Yes.
capita
Yeah.
than any
Yes.
place in the
We
country.
do.
Ice cream is year round. It does not stop. You can't swing a dead cat without hitting an ice cream ice cream stand,
Right.
especially in the summer, right? And so I love ice cream, but I've recently found out the ice cream that they're selling us is not ice cream anymore, and I'm really distressed about this. You go there, I picked up this half a gallon of, like, Friendly's used to be this big
Yeah.
place for us. And it said dairy dessert, and I looked into it, and it's because there's not enough cream or milk in it, it can no longer be classified as ice cream, and it's in the same container. And then they have ice cream, so you have to actually choose the one you want. That is the ice cream or the dairy dessert. And I had one of those bars, not to give the name out, but it's covered in chocolate, and it's a square, and it's covered in foil, and there's 6 of them in a package. Yeah, and I read the package, and I'm like, it's a dairy dessert, no longer ice cream. Plus, it's tiny now. I'm distressed by this. Anybody else like ice cream? Like,
Yeah, when you were saying
something
the guilty
similar.
pleasures, like, I don't reach for salty. I still think I
Yeah.
reach for a sweet, and ice cream is top of the list for me.
Yeah.
I could eat it every day. And when the local farm stand opens up for the season, which was like 3 weeks ago, I'm the first guy there, because all the stuff you buy in the grocery stores, I don't know what the hell they're putting in it. Like you said, there's no list of ingredients on the one that's down the street from my
Mhm.
house,
Yep.
right?
It's
the farm
homemade.
stand one,
Yep.
and it's homemade.
Yep.
I assume it's. I mean, maybe, I don't know if they get away with not putting the ingredients on. I just assume it's all healthy-ish
Yes.
stuff. But
But
And
it
are we at that
tastes-
point in
you
our
can
life that-
taste it.
oh
We're-
yeah, tastes totally different. and
Yes.
better.
Tastes like ice cream, like
Yes.
Sorry,
We're
Mark.
we're going to get, if you're going to get it in the store, you're going to get good ice cream. But I'm with you, Carlo. I think that in Chris and I traveled, and one of the things that we missed from living in New England was seafood, obviously, because we have great seafood. But
Oh, yeah.
there's other places in the country do not have ice cream stands. We were in the Rockies one time on a vacation, and ice cream was Dairy Queen. I'm like, well, that's an absolute dairy dessert, or like styrofoam
no,
that they put in. Yeah, that's not ice cream. Ice cream is one of those things that if you're going to eat it, Kevin, to your point, you're going to go to a stand, because we've got them
Yeah.
everywhere, and they all make it homemade,
Right.
or you'll get the good stuff in the grocery store. Like, life is too short to eat a dairy what'd you call it, Carlo? A dairy dessert?
Dairy dessert.
Yeah, no, don't eat a dairy dessert. That would be in the category of fast food or something in the middle of the grocery store. There's probably too many things in that. You're not doing yourself any favors. Just don't do it. Just say no.
You just brought back a memory from the recesses of my brain. going to DQ. There's one up the street from me growing up, and you got the white soft serve, and they dipped it in the red or the chocolate stuff.
Red number 5.
What's the red crap? What even is that?
It's strawberry. No, it's cherry.
Red dye number 40,
Well,
Kevin.
what was that? But even so, that's, I don't know, 40, 50 years ago. Were there enough chemicals back then in the food to make it had to be something in there?
Yes, I think there were.
It was fantastic. Oh, love that.
Do you remember the Mr. That was an ice cream truck, but it was soft serve. There was one that we kind of go adjacent to our neighborhood, but it was on like the main drag, and we'd catch it every once in a while.
I had
pretty much anything coming out of the ice cream truck is not good for you, but yeah, I know.
I had it written down. I had the gas station food, slushies, Slurpees at 7-Eleven. Anybody ever eat the street meat off the wheel at the gas station? The emergency hot dog?
No,
I've never had one of those.
No, I have not.
But all that stuff that you're talking about at the 7-Eleven or the Quickie Mart or all that stuff is so sugar laden and geared for
everywhere.
The teenagers, the Slurpee. I mean, how much sugar? It's funny. My son went to one of these smoothie places, and we haven't talked about smoothies because that's one of the foods I'm now into, homemade. He went to the smoothie place and he looked at online, and it was 22 grams of added sugar. It's a fruit smoothie.
Yeah.
And you make it, and then they put in like this powder, and it's all sugar. So it had 47 grams of sugar. 22 of it was added sugar. I'm like, it's added. I'm like, why do they feel the need to add it? He's like, obviously it tastes better. I'm like, yeah, obviously it does. But
it's amazing.
Is anybody else on the fruit smoothie plan? You guys make smoothies at all?
I do not make a lot, but I can tell you when I do have them, I feel so much better about myself.
I'll
when
tell
I
you
make
what,
a nice smoothie.
Get yourself
drinking fruit.
Yeah, a Ninja blender, and you put in whatever you want. Fruits, vegetables, ginger. I put all kinds of good stuff in there. Start the day with a smoothie, and then if the rest of the day is Wendy's, Arby's, and Burger King, at least you started the day off right. Right, motility wise. So I want to talk to Brian. You've done the carnivore diet. I know that. I talked about the whole 30. I did. I loved it, and you're super committed to that. And I think that's awesome.
It's kind of a modified one at this point. We add in some.
You're
other
in maintenance
stuff.
mode, but that's good.
It's funny. You don't miss I thought I would miss rice and pasta like crazy, and once you get into having a great piece of steak every other night, having some good fish, and we do a lot of what's the word? What are beets and kimchi?
Fermented,
yeah. So try to do a lot of fermented stuff. I was trying to get my gut in shape. Didn't work, but that's all we ate. Maybe an avocado, and then steak, and maybe something fermented. But I did that for probably a year, and now we've added some pasta back in and some rice back in, but.
That's impressive.
I like it.
It is impressive.
I didn't know you were doing the fermented stuff. I mean, I have seen you fairly pickled. I just didn't know you were doing the fermented stuff.
I'm fermenting myself.
I have another one.
Boom.
Rotisserie chicken. Yes or no?
Yes.
In a pinch.
Why? What's wrong with help me out. What's wrong with a rotisserie chicken from the grocery store? Am I wrong?
Just don't make the recipe in the bag like those ones you've seen.
Yeah, we get it from the grocery store.
Frightening.
I love rotisserie chicken. I think it is the most versatile thing. I put it in pastas. I make chicken salad. Love my momofuku noodles, and I'm not sure the noodles are the best thing ever, but those are probably the best of the noodles that are out there. And I put rotisserie chicken in there with
some chili crisp.
The chili crisp. Shout out to the momofuku people. Love that stuff.
Yeah. Can I ask, are you rotisserizing your own chicken, or are you getting it from the grocery store?
Grocery store rotisserie chicken.
Okay, same.
There's a lot of hatred out there for the Costco people now at that, saying this chicken's bad for you. It's injected with this and that, and it comes in plastic, and you've got to control your microplastic, and the heated plastic is giving off whatever.
Good fucking luck controlling the microplastic. Brian's drinking out of a plastic bottle. I mean, come on. How are you controlling microplastic? Is that a thing you guys are doing?
No.
Okay.
At this point,
I'm trying to. We're going off topic, but it is kind of around food. I'm trying to go to more bamboo utensils, get away from plastic spatulas, get away from Teflon, go more cast iron or some type of enameled Dutch oven. I have a few of those, so I like cooking. I like cooking in those things.
I got rid of the plastic cutting boards.
Plastic cutting boards are out. Yeah, I haven't had those in a while.
Teflon pans
we still have
too,
one.
like that.
Yeah, the Teflon's not
no.
good for you. That stuff is just,
Calphalon or cast iron.
So I was just Halloween candy. They wrote this down. Would you eat Halloween candy? Right? Would you eat it?
You mean this coming season?
as much as the ice cream isn't ice cream anymore, the chocolate's not chocolate either on most of these things. Like I just can't do it.
I'm gonna go back to my statement about ice cream, and Kevin may be in this same boat. So I'm with you, Kevin. Like chocolate is my thing. Like good chocolate every day. I'm having some type of chocolate, but it's not a Hershey, or it's not like some store bought.
It's a superfood.
The flavonoids, but it has to be good chocolate, like a brand name or like maybe a chocolate shop or something. If I'm going to eat it, I mean, don't get me wrong. In a pinch, I'll eat a Kit Kat, but that's just to fill the gap or fill the void, whatever. But I want to have good chocolate at this point in my life.
Well, it's funny. One of the things I wrote down was the sort of the chocolate that you used to eat, and it was, when you grew up, you had the Kit Kat or the Reese's peanut butter. That was what was available to you, and a lot of that was milk chocolate. And now I find anything that's like milk chocolate is so sweet, I can't eat it. I would go like, you get those like Lindt balls or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Ever had those? And they have like different colors, and it tells you how much like actual cacao is in there, and the get to like the darker the chocolate, the better. It's less sweet. It feels like more, tastes like real chocolate. And so that's the stuff. Somebody hands me like a milk chocolate, whatever.
Yeah, we have a drawer that we throw in Dove dark chocolate in.
Yeah, that and there's therapeutic goodness to dark.
Is
chocolate.
white chocolate chocolate? Okay, I'm glad we can all still be friends. People say like what kind of chocolate? I'm like, the darker the better, because that's the thing that's in chocolate that makes it chocolate.
Right.
White chocolate doesn't have any
chocolate.
Oh yeah, no, that's good too. I will say.
What that boy can say.
Is this the right? Carlo, quick, get us back on the rails.
Peep said
I
Easter
believe
time.
children are the future.
Would you eat a peep? A marshmallow peep?
No,
not on a bet.
We've
That's
all had them, but you
microplastic.
put
I'm just
in your
talking
mouth.
about things we've aged out of, like a marshmallow peep. It's a fluff marshmallow, even roasted marshmallows, like by a campfire. Sounds great, and I want to romanticize back to the days of making a s'more, which I never got, by the way. I think I've eaten 3 of these in my life. I don't get it. Like why do I have to smush this in a graham cracker with the chocolate? I don't get it.
Shut up and eat it, kid.
Yeah. I just don't get that.
It's the fun of doing it. The actual
it's not fun. They always break. No. Kids get burned. It's not. There's no fun in that. It's a dangerous
I get hit with
thing.
the memory.
It's a mess. You have to clean it up.
Carlo, I just got hit with a memory. Boy Scouts, camping, cooking marshmallows, and they're catching on fire. The kid wings it, hits another kid in the arm, and it sticks on his arm, and it's flaming, and this kid goes off running, and they're chasing him down the path. He's like, ah.
I'm going to start the ban s'mores campain. I think
they're overrated. I would agree with you there.
I think it's
I agree.
way over time. So I wrote down sushi here, like, to talk about, like, you guys already brought it up. So is sushi. Then there's like supermarket sushi. There's gas station sushi. There's like, what version of sushi will you not eat? Like a California roll, right? It's really not sushi.
Yeah,
it's imitation crab meat, whatever, rice,
avocado,
cucumber, avocado, whatever.
Yeah.
So like, do you have to be like, where do you have to be to eat sushi? In a good sushi
I like
restaurant?
really good sushi, but I am not afraid of Market Basket sushi.
Or
I
there's
wouldn't eat
other
nigiri. I'll eat like rolls.
Market Basket is the local go-to store around here.
Yeah.
So there's
other grocery stores that make better sushi. Like you can
Whole
see them
Foods.
making it. It will have different types of. I mean, for me, it's got to be cooked. I'm not eating raw virtually anything.
That's not
But
sushi.
I don't
Well,
eat raw things.
it's seafood with an avocado, and it's wrapped in seaweed, and it's really a wasabi delivery vehicle, is what it is.
There you
Because I
go.
love wasabi.
Yeah.
So imitation crab meat we grew up with. I'm sorry, Kevin.
Yeah, it's terrible. No, I was gonna say sushi for me. I've grown to like it, and but I will only eat it at certain Asian restaurants that sell it. And my lovely wife will go. She's like, "Oh, I'm going to Whole Foods, Market Basket, whatever. I just want me to pick you up some sushi." I'm like, "No, I won't eat it from. Nope, no, I will not eat it in a boat. I will not eat it with a goat. I will not eat it
Market
anywhere."
Basket poke bowls.
Green.
How about poke bowls?
Yeah, sure, love it at a good restaurant, not from the gas station or.
How about the poke store? You know what? There's standalones all over the place now.
I just don't trust anything.
Yeah, it's all raw.
So we were talking about raw things, and I wrote this down. Oysters.
Love them.
I catch fish. I dig clams. I dig steamers.
You won't eat it raw?
I've caught squid. I've do all this crap. But Brian, I had one oyster last summer, and it was with you guys. And
That's right.
I've won a summer now, and I just to prove to myself that I don't like it. I just don't understand it. I don't understand why in the caveman, first found out about fire. We cooked everything. Why do we have to eat this raw?
I'm with you, Carlo.
Why?
Yep.
And
'Cause
then
they
it's
taste
like
so good.
and fried clams up here. You have to have it with the
Ooh.
belly. Why do I want to eat the
Oh, no, I don't like the belly.
the
Strips.
partially digested food of
Yeah.
that? You see, people, if somebody from New England listen to this, they're like, "What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you people? You have to eat the bellies. It's cooked. There's nothing wrong
No,
with
I
it."
don't.
No, I don't have to do anything like that.
I eat the bellies.
I will, but I don't. Nobody likes them.
Oysters, Kevin? Yes or no?
I mean, yes, but I don't crave them. If I'm at a restaurant, a lot of times I'll go out with a buddy of mine. We'll grab, dinner or something, and we'll split a seafood tower. And there's cherry stones and oysters, and I'd always opt for the oyster instead of the cherry stone. But yeah, they're all right.
There was an oyster bar at that restaurant where Carlo had his one, and the guy, you could just walk over, and I got like, give me a half dozen, and then I brought him back to the table, and everyone got to have one. It was good.
But what you're eating, it's not like you're loving the oyster. It's all the stuff you're putting on the oyster, right? I mean, that's
vehicle.
Well, I mean, it's more of the liquid that you're getting with the oyster. It's got all
the
that
brine.
that
Yeah.
brine flavor. Yeah.
Can't like it. One of my kids, when they were little, instead of "I don't like it," used to say, "Can't like it." Can't like it.
There's going to be an episode just about condiments, I think.
Does there?
I think there has to be one.
We can.
Hey,
the
Condiments
are
are
food.
sauces.
I need a 5 second.
All right, well, go get
breather.
a drink.
Yeah.
We're gonna
What?
talk about.
Give me your top 5 condiments. Like, how could we do an episode on condiments?
Wait,
Oh,
Kevin,
you
you gotta
ready?
come back for
You
this.
ready?
one.
Okay, I'm here. I'm not leaving.
All right.
We'll
Come
go
on,
with
Red now.
Momofuku chili crisp. We'll go sriracha.
Sriracha, I'm in.
We'll go ponzu. Ponzu is like a soy with a
You're so fancy. It's not ketchup, mustard, and no, it's
Mm.
ponzu.
no.
Ponzu is like a sweeter, citrusy.
It's
whatever
a
it is.
citrusy soy.
Okay, that sounds great.
Ponzu's good.
Then probably some sort of blended mayo. Wouldn't be sriracha. There's other ones. And then a good barbecue sauce. There's so many good ones out there. Like, I like ketchup. I like mustard. I like mayo. But there's so many more condiments now.
Well, I think that ketchup is slowly making its way up my list of never to eat again. I just these
Why?
things that
It's just
you
sugar.
go to a
It's
restaurant.
sugar.
You go to a restaurant and it's been I used to wait at tables for a long time, worked in a lot of restaurants, but it's like that stuff sits on the table forever. Like, how can that be good?
Yeah.
Kevin
We
thinks
put
it's
them out at night. Maybe sometimes we don't. Like, I just, no.
Kevin thinks
I'm
it's a
like,
vegetable intake because it's made from tomatoes.
Well,
It's
But
on the
smart enough
food
to know
pyramid.
that it isn't a fruit.
it's a smoothie, right? Isn't it a tomato smoothie? Ketchup? We already covered the fact that I like
It's got
smoothies.
22 grams of sugar in it.
No, yeah, I mean, I hear what you're saying, but if I am having an egg sandwich on a homemade bagel, I'll put a little ketchup on that bad boy.
I cannot
I go
have French fries
chili
without
crisp.
ketchup.
Or fries. Yeah, I mean, there's certain
any type
things.
of potatoes without ketchup, but I
Yeah.
know I might start making it or finding something. Well, they have if there's a lot to choose from now. Before we had like 2 different brands,
Right.
Mhm.
like Heinz and whatever, and then
The other guy.
And now you knew the bottles they came in, right? If you were poor, you had one, and the other one you had the Heinz. And then they now there's a lot of different ones, sugar-free ones, all natural.
Maybe
ones,
I'll have
so
to
I'm
do some homework
gravitating-
on that. I haven't
I'm
considered
You have to
that.
up your
See?
ketchup game, Kevin.
Yeah.
Obviously.
So
Right after I up my bourbon game. Excuse me while I whip this out.
go up your bourbon game.
You
Brian,
pausing?
Yeah, I don't even know how to pause. I just hit stop and then we can start again. Yeah. So let's talk about eggs. Anybody? Eggs? I'm serious.
Let's
Eggs
talk
is
about
like-
eggs, baby.
Let's talk about
you and me.
So, Kevin, you mentioned at the last episode, I think, that we were told eggs were bad for us, and all of a sudden now it's the super protein food,
So you know why that is, right? That's the medical community selling you cholesterol pills and saying, "Ooh, eggs are bad, and let's check your cholesterol and let's change the cholesterol level so that now everybody needs a pill and and eggs are
It
bad."
used to be 3+, and now it's 200
Yeah.
or something like that.
Eggs are superfood.
But, Carlos, so I know where you're going with this. There is this recipe that you came up with. It was on.
Yeah.
Who was it? It was the chef. Can't think of his name.
I want to say Garce. No, Jose.
Is that Garces?
Andres. Jose, whatever his name is.
Yeah, the one that went
And I'll
down
look it
to
up while
Puerto
you're
Rico. Yeah. So basically, he said this is the best egg you can possibly make, and it's you basically take an egg. I do 2 eggs. You do a tablespoon of mayonnaise, and you mix it till it's congealed, like completely mixed, and then you microwave it for 2 minutes or a minute to 2 minutes, and it comes out. It's the biggest fluffy, souffle egg
souffle.
yolk they have.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Jose Andres.
You introduced us to this down at your
Yes.
down the
Yeah,
Cape,
that was-
and I'm like, that might be the best thing I've ever had.
And they
It
throw a little
was-
chili crisp on it.
Yeah.
And then
you are
if you use like
golden.
a chipotle mayonnaise, it flavors the egg,
Yep.
and
Yeah.
you throw some green onions in there. I've experimented with this a lot, and its eggs are just but I don't know. And it's confusing though buying eggs in the supermarket store now. There's so many. You got pasteurized, whatever. Like, so are they better than other ones? Being a person who had chickens. There is nothing like a fresh.
Of course,
chicken
you had
egg.
chicken.
You can
do
tell the
not-
difference. Like you can like the fresh. Really?
1,000%. Oh my goodness.
Really?
Yeah, if you cook with them, I used to make a lot of fresh pasta with those.
Huh.
They're so much more viscous. The yolk stands up when you crack it. It's a different color.
Viscous.
Yeah,
Viscous.
there's like orange.
It is
The
a
egg yolks are
different,
orange.
absolute different color. Like
Yep.
it is just totally, totally different. So so when I had the chickens, again, they all got
And what do you
murdered
feed
by
them?
animals.
You chicken food.
I feed them chicken feed. You feed them it's like scraps of lettuce, any type of thing. They used to eat from my garden. They would eat and I just feed
dairy
them spaghetti.
treat or whatever it is. Dairy.
Dairy dessert.
Dairy
They will
dessert.
also eat. They're scavengers. They'll eat anything. I've also fed them pasta and spaghetti. So
Just don't feed them chicken.
I was gonna
I
say,
just don't.
don't make them cannibals.
They will eat anything. But anyway, back to eggs. I don't even know how to buy eggs anymore. I don't know what's good. I just want to go to so do you just buy the most expensive ones? Are those better?
Well, we buy the organic ones. I don't know what that. I mean, they labeled organic. They marketed organic. Do I know what the hell? I don't know.
Yeah.
I bought organic Cheez-Its the other day.
Now you got me thinking, what do they feed the chickens that
Feed mayonnaise to live tuna fish. They feed mayonnaise
note
to
to
live
self?
chicken, so their eggs will be more viscous.
What do they feed? I don't know.
I don't know, like if his chicken, if the eggs that he had in his backyard tasted that much better, I'm with you, Kevin. I'm like, we'll buy the organic eggs or, free range chicken eggs.
Yeah.
But if they do, and they do taste better. But I can only imagine what the commercial chickens are eating versus what the chickens in your backyard they were eating. Although they were eating from your garden, they were having some of your homemade pasta. Like that's
bugs.
good food.
The tick level went down on the dogs exponentially when I had chickens. They eat all kinds of bugs. They eat anything, and they'll kill mice. They'll just eat anything.
And so you're getting the chickens back? Not to go.
I'm looking to rescue chickens. Yes, I am looking for the.
Is
local
there a
place.
chicken rescue place near you?
There are. There is in Massachusetts. We have these MSPCA places,
Don't
and I
call.
constantly troll them looking for someone who has given up a partial flock of chickens. I'm looking for like 6 to 10 chickens to get.
Well, can I put an order in? I'd love to taste one of your homegrown chicken eggs to see if I can tell the difference. I don't know if I've ever had a fresh chicken egg. Honestly,
You will never go back if you have access to fresh chicken eggs. Much as there is a Diet Coke lobby out there in group, there is a fresh chicken. I could not give them away fast enough.
I will gladly pay you Tuesday for
Cartons
a
with
fresh chicken
names
egg today.
Cartons with names showed up on my porch,
Really?
and people would they put their names. As soon as I give them one, they're like, "Hey, I get a text. I returned your cartons. If you're looking to get rid of them, here they are." So people would just show up and I'd refill them for them.
I know we're off on a tangent here, but what's the yield out of 6 to 10 chickens? How many eggs you get in a week?
Egg a day.
You get an egg a day out of a chicken.
Egg a day out of a chicken. As the sun, when the sun cycles down
hens.
in the winter and the days are shorter, they lay less. But during the spring, summer, early fall, there's eggs everywhere. Can't keep up with it. I can gladly give them away.
Okay.
All right, I got one last thing here. Deli meat.
No.
As a what? No?
Preservatives.
Come on. No,
Yeah.
no deli meat. I am again, these are my roots showing through here. If you asked me if I could have my choice of one deli meat on, I would get mortadella, which is
thought you were gonna say
Italian
bologna.
bologna with chunks of fat in it. I love it. I will never. You could, pry it out of my cold dead hands. That's my jam.
If I had to choose one, I'd go sopasata.
What the hell is that?
That's like a
Salami.
country salami that's just got a lot of fat in it, but it's delicious.
So
Yes.
here's a question for you: is roast beef a deli meat? Because it's like it's like not a. Is it a? I don't know if it's a processed.
Yeah, I think
Like-
some is processed. Absolutely. Have you been to
Yeah.
some of these fast food places?
No, but I mean, you go to I'm talking about if you go to
Yeah.
the grocery store and you go and you get give me a half a pound of roast beef. I feel
I
like
know.
it's not the same ham and turkey and all the other, I don't know. Maybe
processed, right?
maybe I'm wrong, but it looks like a side of beef that they've seasoned and
Right.
cooked and sliced. So that feels
I would not put that in the same category as like a processed ham or a processed
turkey.
Yeah.
bologna or a processed turkey.
Kevin,
'cause you can see that it's whole.
Right.
So I think that's
Okay.
different.
I feel better
I've
then.
got to ask.
Yeah.
I've got to ask Kevin, right?
Yeah,
North Shore Three-Way,
Yeah.
you're very specific about the quality of your beef, but you can, like in a pinch, you can go to the grocery store and get a half a pound of roast beef
Yeah.
off of that thing that's sitting in the deli case, and that
Yeah.
fills the void.
I
I'm
don't.
with
I
you.
wouldn't say I'm doing it very often, but every now and again, yeah, we'll pick up a little deli meat and
Okay.
have a cold cut sandwich or something. Yeah.
You
Yeah,
also got to
I'm-
get the natural casing Essam glizzies in the case there too.
Glizzy.
the glizzies.
The
We haven't.
glizzy.
We need to have a hot dog episode. I think that
Absolutely.
I think we could. I think all right. We've been talking for a while here. So, any
I'm
parting
hungry.
thoughts about the food here? Like what did we not talk about? Things that you would not. What are you disgusted by? Like what's something you'll never eat again?
So asparagus in the can. Dana's parents used to have that. It was unbelievable. It was the first asparagus I ever had in my life. It was so freaking
I wouldn't
bad.
even know. I didn't even know it came in a can.
It was like alien form.
Why?
It wasn't even
Like,
green. The
Is it-
can
are
inside.
people really that
internal-
desperate
Horrible.
for it that they had to put it in a
Oh.
can so they could have it all winter?
I
Like,
don't even
why?
like fresh
So
asparagus. I'm
bad.
damn sure not
It's
eating it out of a
horrible.
can. Jesus.
You want to talk about stringy and like, it was so
Oh,
bad.
No. I don't know. No,
I had a whole list of foods I just won't eat, and I'm not sure if it. Like who's drinking a glass of milk? Anybody?
Nope.
Nope.
No,
Nope.
me either.
It was
I
men
won't-
pushing 60, nut
Yeah,
milk, no milk.
I mean, the only dairy I'm getting is if I put a little splash of milk in my coffee, or if I'm eating ice cream or dairy dessert, whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
Olives for me are a hard no, unless
I
you
love
smother them with a blue cheese and give them a bath
And
in
vodka.
vodka. then they're my new best
Bring
friend.
them on a.
Yeah. My wife will eat cottage cheese. I think that's the most vile, disgusting thing I've ever even heard of. I cannot eat it.
No.
I will not eat Indian food. We've covered a lot of food stuff. Like, I love the South. I love all kinds of styles of food, but Indian food, I don't get it. The curry is so strong. I just can't. It's the only food I really
I like me a
not
green
eat.
curry vegetables.
I
that I've
can't eat
made
it. The
with a little
smell of it
chicken
makes me
or
want to
something.
yak. I mean, I'll eat anything, but Indian food, no. So anyway, and then fruit juices.
Horrible for you. The
Mm.
worst.
Give me
Not
a nice
even- not-
fresh orange juice, like freshly
Yeah.
squeezed orange, sure. But I'm not drinking again unless there's
No.
booze in it. Would I have a screwdriver? Yes. Would I have a
Yeah.
pineapple and vodka? You betcha.
Yes.
Would I just drink a glass of pineapple juice or a glass of tomato juice or any kind of juice? Fuck no.
No.
So that's my
How
list
about
of- no.
how about emergency cheese? This is what we used to call it growing up, which is the American the Kraft single slices.
Slices.
Would you
And it's
eat-
not
would you
called
eat-
cheese. It was called
Cheese
sliced
crap,
food.
like the individually wrapped.
Yes, you're
No.
wrap,
No.
It's not
No?
called cheese.
but
That's
is the
oil.
best for grilled
It's cheese food.
Like I
Cheese
think
like substance.
I
Yeah.
think I'm going to have. I think I'm going to go to the store. I'm going to buy white bread and emergency cheese in the plastic
And
wrapper.
bologna.
Coat it in margarine. Make myself a grilled cheese
Margarine.
with some jacks and a can and a side of asparagus in a can.
Make sure you
just
do your
for,
last will and testament before you
just-
make that meal,
just-
Carlo.
Get
Say
you,
goodbye to your intestament.
Yeah.
Get you a nice block of government cheese. There you go. And a glizzy.
government cheese. Nice parting thoughts, Kevin. Perfect. All right. We'll end with our mantra, as we have a mantra on this show and everybody knows it. And it goes, remember, if you are a man and you are having a bad day,
Nobody cares.
And it does get worse, especially if you're going to eat government cheese on American white bread. Goodbye.
Bye.
See ya.